This is the AK-47 Fuel Injector, one of the most iconic skins in Counter-Strike. And today, we're going to turn this skin into a piece of edible art. An upscale cocktail that captures the skin's essence in just a few simple ingredients you have at home. And by the end of this video, you should be able to drink your favorite AK without having flashbacks of being in a college bar. Welcome back to The Bar, a series where I turn CS2 skins into cocktails. We're going to take one skin per episode, break down its personality and essence, and rebuild it into a glass. Stick around to the end for the full ingredient list, and a few alternatives if you don't drink or have any allergies. The Fuel Injector's vibe is not that of a neat whiskey. It's a bright yellow car-looking AK, something you might find in a Rolls Royce if they did AKs instead of umbrellas. So somehow we gotta match that energy, while also making sure it tastes not like shit. Let's look at the details. A yellow racing body, black mechanical parts, bolts, rails, red text. It's sort of lean into like the performance car vibe. Fast, high octane, but clean. So here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna use the actual gun, the AK, to give us vodka as our base spirit. And you'll see why in a second. The skin is called the Fuel Injector. Cars use gas, AKs use ammo, humans use caffeine. So we're gonna make an energy drink syrup as our sweetener and our fuel. Now that's gonna be very concentrated, so we're gonna need some balancing forces. That's gonna come from lemon, the citrus will balance it out, keep it sharp, and also give the drink that signature yellow color from the AK. And to keep the drink from being too syrupy texturally, we're gonna use egg white and club soda. Give it a creamy texture and some bubbles to lighten it up on each sip. So you can kind of see we're going for a vodka Red Bull, but a vodka Red Bull you pay 20 bucks for. So let's get started by cooking our energy. So to start, you're going to want to choose your energy drink of choice. I think Red Bull has a more classic, recognizable flavor, so that's what we're going to go with. Now you only need about half the can, but feel free to make more if you want extra for in the future. Turn on a stove to medium to low heat and wait for your Red Bull to simmer. Stir to agitate it to get those bubbles out. We won't be needing those. Once it reaches a simmer, I add 2 tablespoons of sugar to make the concoction a little bit more thick. From then on, I'm constantly stirring, getting those bubbles out until I hit a consistency sort of like maple syrup, as you can see here. If it's not as thick as you'd like, you can always add a little bit of honey, and be sure to taste test. So there's a reason why this works, and I know that it's going to be a good drink before I even make it, because this is just a dressed up Tom Collins, which means you can make the same swaps I make right now. The classic Collins formula is spirit, citrus, sugar, and club soda. Now we're keeping everything pretty much the same here, but we're turning the sugar into a fuel injector, a concentrated energy drink syrup. If you ever drank one too many vodka Red Bulls, and knew you were going to regret your decision in the morning, this syrup is going to fix that. The reduction step is what turns it into an actual bar-worthy cocktail. Now the order in which I go in matters. Into your shaker, 60 mils of vodka. We're then going to go with 0.75 or 22 milliliters of our energy drink reduction. Always start modest with your sweetness. You can always add, but you can never take away. If it's thick like mine, don't worry. The dilution from the ice will lighten it up a little bit. And lastly, a lemon. We're going to do 1 ounce for now. Now that we've got all our ingredients in there, we have one last catalyst, the egg white. The egg white has very specific proteins in it that get agitated and make it foam up when you shake it. Think about like a meringue pie or something. Egg whites tend to fluff up very easily, and we can use that to make a nice airy cocktail. So because of that, we're going to shake first once without ice. The drink gets on you a little bit, that's fine. When you're shaking without ice, the tin doesn't fully close, because the coldness of the ice is what actually creates a vacuum seal. We only shake it for around 5 seconds, and you can see we already get that foam in there nice and nice. Now we actually get the drink cold and homogeneous by adding our ice and shaking. Throw our strainer on. We strain finely over ice. As you can see, look how creamy it is. But we're not going to go all the way, because to make this a Collins, we're going to need to top it with some club soda. Here I got some classic club soda. Mine's plain, but feel free to use like a vanilla or a lemon one to make the drink even tastier. I'm going to top it off here. And you can see it's going to give it a really nice foam head here, sort of like a beer. And just like that, our Fuel Injector cocktail is complete. All that's left is to garnish it. So to really hit home on that Fuel Injector theme, loud, yellow, we're going to go for a lemon peel at first. Take our knife and just gently go across the lemon, get ourselves a nice peel. We're going to take the lemon, peel side out, and express it over our cocktail. It's going to get the oils all over the drink. I'm just going to rub it around the rim. Because the Fuel Injector has accents of dark gray and black, I don't have anything of those colors. I do have some blueberries. And they're dark enough to the point where it'll contrast really well, and blueberries go really well with lemon. Let's give this bad boy a shot. Ooh! Oh, damn. That's fucking good. The added lemon and the added bubbles keep it from feeling too syrupy, and the egg white gives it a nice silky texture. Yet it still tastes like a Red Bull. It's not trying to be like a health tonic or some bullshit. It's very balanced. This is Red Bull with a suit on. Would I serve this at a CS2 major? Hell yeah, and it would kill. If you want a low caffeine version, feel free to cook down a citrus soda of your choice and keep the rest the same. It may not look as yellow, but you'll get the vibe without the heart palpitations, so decent trade-off. If you want it a little more boozy, feel free to add a little bit of apple pucker. A pretty low-class ingredient, but it is speculated that Red Bull takes its main flavors after green apple, so you might get the taste there without the caffeine as well. So here's your specs one more time, just in case you missed it, and comment what you think I should make next. I like the Nouveau Rouge, but any skin will do. If you enjoyed, check out the other video I made in which I made a Dragon Lore cocktail. Stay tuned for more nights at the bar. Later.